the finger control. So what I mean by finger control is we all are very good bass. We all very good bass players. So what I meant is like no sometimes like no when we play like we are a bit casual on our instrument. You know, like you know we are not getting to the lock with the drummer. So this session is about more about finger control, like how you're gonna control your right hand. So since being most of us are right-handers, we normally concentrate the other hand, right? We normally don't do a right hand. So what I would suggest is like now from now on we're going to concentrate more on our right hand, which means we're going to lock, like we're going to use more fifth string, like some we'll play like so we are hitting the note, right? You're on note. But what kind of feel are we generating? Feel is nothing but your finger control. Feel like how you feel the song, how you feel that particular thing, how you're going to work out with your right hand. So if I play the song like so which means you're not giving any room, you're not giving any room for a sustain. So there's a lot of difference, like when you play a note and sustain. So when the drummer is grooving, you're just going to give a single note, or it doesn't like get the feel, something is lacking, or something is not driving. So as a bassist, you all know we are the spinal cord, or we are the backbone of the band. We not only drive the band, we also drive the drummer. We create groove for him. Actually, we set in, not only we set our mindset to create our own feel, also we catch up with the drummer's feel, because that's our primary instrument. And also like this figure control will actually helps you to like to set into a groove. Actually your control basically like keeping you a groove. So for example, I normally I changed joy. Now recently I changed the pattern of the bridge, like it's a bit monotonous. So what I did, like so the portion where everybody dance. So I thought like that's the creativity you come with. Okay, you're all dancing, what like so I'm just setting like I'm just like being like monotonous of what the song is. So try a different. So what I do is like only at the last part, where they go into so that portion I just changed a bit. And also I'm very cautious about my control. I'm like I don't do like it really sounds odd. So what you need to have those kind of controls. So that's basically all about we all play the song, but what kind of control we have on that song or that moment. Same goes to live. So yeah, this is the pattern, but on a live scenario. So this alive is basically done in a studio with a synth bass. So as a live basis, so what kind of groove you are adding into the song which you need to replicate. Like so if I do that song on my, if I want to control, I cannot go, I can really groove the song. We actually as a song, as a basis, as a live thing, you can really groove it, you can really push, but you have to keep up the pulse of the song, not like overdoing it. So what normally so I'm using the gaps, I'm using the room that I have for me, and I just fit in the right feel, not disturbing the flow of the song, or not like so no need all these things. So that's where your control, this right hand control, which actually helps you to have a control playing over a song. The song will sound sweet. Wow, I want to really groove this song. So I like so you tend to do all the same because the groove is nice. It's a straight 4/4 beat. Nothing, you're given a lot of space to do. But that's where our control, as a bassist, when like a lot of bassists in our, the people who are attending. Actually, a lot of good bassists. If you all know, they are attending. So the moment when you go to a church, or the first thing is your favorite instrument. You watch how this guy is playing. So it really matters a lot how controlled you are playing in a band. How you well fit in your band, actually. Your tone, how's your tone matters the first thing. Also, your tone matters on your right hand. So if I'm going to play, so it's like, no, I'm making a clumsy move. So it sounds like, hey, what the heck is that?
Not clean.
So yeah, it's not clean. It's like, no, you're pressing the string because the click is going on your in ear. So I want to catch up with the click. So the instruction is going. So no, I'm tend to push the song. I'm tend to do the song, which we should not do that. So just bit calm, just enjoy the song. So that's why I always don't play the first 2 bars of a live. I just stick to the CD because I just relax. Because it's a fast song, it's a praise song. You need to dance. So you might tend to lose your the click, the tempo. So that's where the control part comes. So I leave the first 2 bars. So I just create the atmosphere myself. So you're using your space at the right time, and also you're not like overdoing it. So now the chorus part comes. I cannot keep doing because it's just a 3-chord song. The overall thing is a 3. So I need to add in some. So what I do, I go to the low note. So I'm doing like. So the second part only, I'm actually introducing my grooves. The song needs to go to because the song got 3 sections. The pre-chorus, the chorus, then those things we have to do it actually. So it's a part of the song. So normally I take up like, okay, first 2 bars I just relax myself. I work out how to control the song, not doing too much on the song. The same goes to reason also. We do in G. So I tend to keep to the original, but also introduce a little bit lively thing. Because otherwise, if you're going to stick to the original, it's like. It's just the 2 notes because it's played on the keyboard. So what normally as a basis we can do is we can groove that song on that particular area with a good finger control. So it means like. So I'm not disturbing the song flow, but I'm just adding up something like a sweet flavor, which actually we can really enjoy. It's like the actual pattern is sorry. So something like it's a 5 and 1, 5 and 1. So what I groove it like. I just do the groove because it's on a live scenario. So like, and this is where your control part comes. So the first thing is like your tone setting matters a lot. Because if I'm going to like have my too bright, even if I want to control, still you get the noise. So your tone setting later we will be doing that. But now is the control, like how you're going to, especially on a fast song. Like for example, another song is like. So you're actually doing a mute here, not. So that's where right hand. Normally as a right-handers, we tend to be like we look at this not like this actually. We are more focused on what the left hand is doing. We tend to forget what the right hand is doing. So normally, what I do is I just like because I have this thing here. So normally I don't look at the fretboard. So I just concentrate more on my right hand because that matters a lot. So actually I'm muting it on my right hand. My control is on the right hand, not on the left hand. So it's like. So my left hand is basically free. So that's what we need to do as a bass team in this year. I really not like even your velocity of your playing, your velocity of each string you hit, like all all depends on your right hand, not on the left hand. So, for example, so it's consistent. So rather doing that, if I'm going to do, so I'm hearing only the fret noise. I'm not hearing the note. There's not a clear picture of what you're playing. It's a simple note. So that's what as a basis. We all play bass, but we need to have that kind of control, that kind of attack. All the attacks, everything generate from your right hand. Your left hand is just your shadow. I mean what you want to plan. Your plan's shadow actually. Okay, I want to groove this, but the actual process is done by the right hand. So going forward, any fast song, don't get excited, or don't even if you're dancing, or even if you want to move around, you be watchful of your right hand. Your control is very important. Yeah. Even if you're playing a run note, for example, they pump, right? Sometimes you go to 16 note. Has to be consistent. So I'm going to do just because it's pumping. So don't run along. Don't run from the tempo. Just be consistent. Just be relaxed. If they say, okay, I Lucas pump, oh, praise whichever string you're playing, but make sure your tone, your velocity, the attacks you're doing, or the 16 notes you're doing has to be consistent. The consistency comes from your right hand. Yep. Your alternative. That's very, very important. If you're gonna please, we have to stop that actually. So that's when I'm going to bring in the chapter of tone setting and all that matters when you do a 16 notes or even 8 notes. All these things happen when we do our homework at home. So normally I have a drum machine. I mean, now you get it in Play Store actually with all different time signature with a click. So all you need to sit there, just put a 4/4 like because most of us, I think all of us work with in-ears and kingdoms. Yep. So I use in-ears every day, even listening song. I get the habit so that it doesn't look new to me on a Thursday or on a Sunday service. So I wear every day and listen songs in that. So I'm actually getting used with the in-ear sound and everything. So which means when I put it and I plug into my the tab or something and I start this groove. So later then go to 16. So it goes actually. It's all up to your practice, because the moment you practice those things, when you come here, then when they say pump, you pump, go for 16 like this, you don't need to feel like So actually the IEM people can individually solo your instrument, and when they listen, they should enjoy rather what's this? So that really matters. Actually, this consistency I want all of us, irrespective whether we play city youth or we play kids or we play conference or we play everybody, please work on your right hand. Normally, that's the best thing as a basis we can bring out actually.
Yeah.
So that's
awesome, man.